Hey guys, welcome back to Replica Title Shines. In this episode we'll be doing a comparative review of my 2010 Figures Inc. Oval IC against my new WWEShop remake of the Oval IC that has been releathered and restoned by Paul Martin. If you haven't already, the unboxing video of this new Intercontinental Championship was my latest video. Feel free to go check it out. But other than that, let's get started. Okay, so to start things off with, I've set the two belts up on my shelf. As you can see, there's already a colour difference straight up. The Figures Inc. version has got more of a faded gold, more of a silvery look to it, I suppose, compared to the more rich gold of the newer WWEShop version. Now, I put them up like this so you can see straight away the plate difference. I mean, look at the side plate there. 2mm on the left and 5mm on the right. You can even see up close there, you can see the depth is slightly better on the new one. The colour, definitely better. So the darker blue and then the lighter blue on the new one, and you can see the depth. Just looking at the plates like that, you can see how the light reflects, and that's rather flat. Anyway, let's take them over and have a proper look. Here they are next to each other. So, as you can see, Santino Marella has signed this one. And this one has the leather strap from Paul Martin, which he did a fantastic job on. But as far as this video goes, it's not fair to compare using the strap because obviously one's been redone and one hasn't. But you can see they are both in the Jamar style. And you can see obviously got the shell type design on this one, and you've got the WWE champion stamped around the edge of the IC one, the Figures Inc. one. Okay, so we'll start with the main plate. So both have blank nameplates for the use of this review. Okay, so if we go down here, you can see that there's some nice depth on the new one in the lettering and the globe versus this one where the depth is just not there. It's basically flat, having a 2mm plater overall versus the new 5mm. Now I know these plates are hollow, which does not bother me even in the slightest. So the depth isn't fully 5mm, but it's definitely deeper than it once was. So I'll go over to the side plates. So here we have the lighter blue in the middle and the darker blue on the top and bottom. The clarity of it is a little bit better on the new one too. And the paint's definitely different. Different darker blue, and used for the bottom and top, it's more of a sort of looks like those LED light windows versus a more flat royal blue on the new one. As you can see, as far as the map goes, not sharp at all. And to be honest, it's a little bit sharper on the Figures Inc. one. I think it's a little bit more bubbled up and not as sharp on the new one. The next plate, again, a little bit more depth on the globe compared to the older Figures Inc. one in the background. Not by much, it's pretty equal when it comes to the maps, but it's more the design here versus here being quite flat. So it's definitely an improvement on the old one. Maps-wise, honestly, it's pretty much the same. It's just the colour behind it is more accurate to the TV one in the lighter blue, which always irked me about the Figures Inc. one. On the main plate, we have very nice rope style around the outside here. Got a little bit of depth to it, because if you compare that to this, which is rather flat around the borders, and this here, you can actually see there's quite a bit of depth to go with it. The main noticeable bit on the main plate is obviously the depth and the colour being correct, as I've mentioned. The stones on this one have been restoned, so it's not a fair comparison. But just there's some nice cubic zirconias versus your standard ones on the old Figs Inc. Another thing to mention is you'll notice this banner bit here at the top actually lifts up a little bit, whereas it is flat on the Figs Inc. version. You can even see here and just very flat on the globe. And on the globe here you can see there's some depth, which is a big improvement. Really cool shot there actually. The other thing to mention between the main plates is the newer one is slightly more egg-shaped, I would say. As you can see around this area here, it's got a bit more of a curve, whereas this is more progressive curve around the outside. I do like the look of this one better. I think it just suits the belt and contrasts the rectangular plates better. The more accurate one, I'd suppose, is probably halfway in between the two, as far as main plate shape goes. But I think this one just makes everything pop a little bit more. As far as height and everything, it's pretty well the same size. Like, the size between the two is pretty equal, to be fair. The plates are a little bit more spread out on the new one, which is a bit more accurate. But yeah, just a difference that you can definitely pick up. And as you can see again, the colour is totally different. Big fun. Moving on to the next maps, we have Africa and Europe. Not much to say there. I mean, it's the big letdown of a replica belt when it comes to globes, really. Yeah. Nothing special on either of them. It's just the colouring and depth is better on the new one. Even the rope border on the outside here versus not much going on this one. The Asia and Australia one still annoys me. Since I think that's meant to be Tasmania, which is meant to be over underneath this side of Australia. And if that's meant to be New Zealand, it's meant to be down further as well, and more of an angle. So, just incorrect on both, and it's continued trend. I don't know where they got that map from, but being from Australia, it's annoying that they get it that wrong. And then, of course, the tooling is different because of the straps. But yeah, we've got the 2x5 and 2x8 on both. You can see that the releathered one's actually a longer section. Overall though, both are good belts. It's just 2mm one as well. It's worth mentioning. I have actually curved it a little myself. So it does have a slight curve, and this one came curved, which is a beautiful curve on it actually. But yeah, it comes down to personal preference. The 2mm one, I will say, on a shelf is perfect. You don't need a stand or anything, and it won't bend the bottom here due to how light it is. I've had it just sitting on a shelf for years now and nothing's happened there. Whereas this one, due to the extra weight, I think it would start to bend a little at the bottom, so that's actually got a cushion underneath it for now. Hope you enjoyed this comparison, guys. Any questions or any queries, just comment below, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And we'll have a new video for you soon, and I think the next video up, unless there's another random purchase, will be of the 2mm big gold. Yeah, there we go. There you have it. Both great replicas, but if you were to choose one, I would say the new one. The only thing that bothered me about the new one, brand new, is I wasn't a fan of the Milliken strap compared to the J-Mar strap, so Paul Martin sorted that out for me, and I think I have probably, as far as replicas go, the best version of the IC in my opinion. Oval IC, J-Mar strap, releathered and restoned. Alright guys, there's 10 years difference. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.